Hey, it's Michelle Wennis here with Loving Through the Pink, and it is about 5 months post double mastectomy and reconstructive surgery, and it's been a lifetime of trying to figure out how to be at peace with so many things in my life. And one of the most fruitful doctor's visits I had occurred a few weeks ago. I met my new oncologist. Although I had a very kind oncologist prior, I just didn't feel any kind of connection to her. And I think it's really important to have somebody that you feel can follow your progress, not just physically, but really wants to get to know you as a person and see the whole picture. And so I switched to this gentleman who, sat with me and kind of figured out in 2 seconds, hey, so you're healed of cancer, and that's what I want you to focus on, and you're in really good shape, and probably one of the healthiest people here in this building. And this was at the cancer center in Watertown, the Harold Lever Cancer Center. And he said, I appreciate you're going to the social worker. She's very, very good. I appreciate you reaching out to the breast cancer support group, but I want you to be careful because I don't want you in the mindset of thinking and feeling that you're sick or that we're missing something that you need to pursue, because people in those groups are there to support each other through treatment and through healing, through reoccurrence. And right now you're not in that zone at all. So I said, I think it's good for you to go when you feel like going, but just be careful that you don't get caught up in thinking you're still sick. So the other thing that he wanted me to look into was just taking time to process things. I mentioned in my previous videos that there are a lot of transitions that have taken place since I was diagnosed end of March in 2017, and that includes our children going to traditional school versus homeschooling their whole lives, and also my shutting down a very heart-centered business meant a lot to me. It was like my other child, and I sort of identified a lot with that when I became a mom. There were three main things that happened, I think, when I became a mom 14 years ago, and that was becoming really connected to this nurturing side that would do anything and everything for our child, and then also developing this prenatal baby in me. I can't even call it a business because it's sort of like an outreach, but it needed to be a business, and it was for quite some time, and I had to let that go. It just felt like the most peaceful thing after all this, and so also we've got a teenager, right? So that's transition also. I have time to myself, but I haven't really taken time to process. Almost too soon after my follow-up surgery, I took on a job that seemed easy enough, but it was a distraction, and it was another step in denying that I need time to process. And I'm glad I left that environment. It wasn't a healthy one for me, but my immediate thought and hope is to find something else quickly so that I can move forward. And while it doesn't hurt for me to look around and see what the new possibilities are, it's okay also to be waiting. So I'm really grateful for this oncologist who gave me some medical advice, but also some reassurance that we are our own barometers, and if something doesn't feel right, that's more of a gauge sometimes than the snapshots of tests and examinations that happen in doctors' offices. So I'm going to meet with him again, and I'm going to keep him updated on other things that I'm doing. So, for example, I'm seeing our old naturopath again, and he's looking into candida, and my doctor said that's fantastic, and I think that that's a good place to go and look to make sure that you're building up your system again. But just again, remember, don't make this the next illness. Don't get caught up in the next illness, because it gets scary when you're with the doctors and getting your tests done and your blood work. You're being taken care of and they're looking out for stuff. But then afterwards, it sort of feels like, oh, now what? And it almost feels safer to go to the next concern. So I'm seeing the social worker tomorrow and a therapist on Friday, just to sort of try to assess where I am and help with the processing. So it is going to be some work, and I'm ready for that, and I'm not ready for that. But I want you to know it's normal to just be in this place. They call it the cliff sometimes, you know. What's next? It seems really far away and really scary, but it's all good. So Michelle Wennis, Loving Through the Pink. I hope that was just a little bit of insight on life after breast cancer and just moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.